Hey guys, so today I'm going to bring you the predictions for the week 4 of the NFL season. I'm aware I was going to do this Thursday, but I forgot to do it. Obviously, you guys know Green Bay fell short 27-34 against the Eagles. I had that one. I didn't really have a prediction for that, so I was probably going to skip that one anyways. But I had factors between why I thought the Eagles would win and the Packers would win. Packers were at home, but the Eagles were 3-0, I think, with Carson Wentz on Thursday Night Football. And it was a must-win for the Eagles to stay in the race for the NFC East. Now let's start this predictions by first going to the first game we see, which is Redskins at Giants. Now, Giants are 1-2 with Daniel Jones. Their offense sparked and were able to score 30-plus points. I think they scored 32 and won 32-31 last week. They're 1-2. Redskins are 0-3. Redskins are traveling to New York, and the Giants do not have Saquon Barkley, so that might play a factor. So I'm going to say the Redskins win on the road. Chargers travel to Miami. Chargers are going to win this one. One, they're going to have Gordon back, at least semi-back. He's going to have limited snaps because he only came back Thursday, and that's only like 2 days of practice, throughout 3 days, 2 or 3 days of practice, depending on when they got on the jet to leave. Also, try to ignore the person talking in the background while I'm doing this. That's just my roommate. The Raiders travel to... Goddamn thing, I hate when that shit comes up. And by the way, the text that just came up was just some weird thing talking about hardship or some shit. I don't know why it's still here, but I'm going to make those stop right after this recording. Anyways, Raiders travel to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. I have the Colts winning. Jacoby Brissett has made this team pretty competitive despite not having Andrew Luck. So I say the Colts win at home. Panthers travel to Houston and take on the Texans. This one's a tough one, but I'm going to go Houston wins this one. But McCaffrey still goes off, obviously. Chiefs travel to Detroit. The 3-0 Chiefs take on the 2-0-1 Lions. The Lions have been shocking people all season. They've obviously 2-0-1. Nobody would have predicted them having 2 wins or whatever this year, but here they are. The Chiefs are traveling, which means they might not play as well as they normally do, but I'm still going to say the Chiefs win. Patriots, Bills, both 3-0 teams. Neither one has really had a big challenge this year, though Bills have had slightly more challenging opponents than the Patriots have. But I'm going to say, unfortunately, the Patriots continue to just slap the rest of the NFC or AFC East with their dicks. Browns travel to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. This is a must-win for the Browns. They were very overhyped to come into the season, and now we're starting to see they're not exactly up to par with teams such as the Rams. I do say the Ravens win at home. It'll be a close game, though. Titans travel to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. They're both 1-2, both basically in a must-win situation here. Titans must win to keep pace with the rest of the division, and the Falcons have to win for the same reason. I'm going to give Atlanta the edge at home, and Mariota is obviously very inconsistent, which kind of leads into that too. Buccaneers travel to LA to take on the Rams. I say the Rams win this one, remain undefeated on the year, mainly because the Buccaneers don't play well on the road, for one, and Jameis loves to throw picks all the time. This Rams defense loves to take the ball away. So, yeah. Seahawks travel to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. The 0-2-1 Cardinals, that is. Seattle, I think, will have this one in the bag. Unless the offense of the Cardinals take leaps and bounds this week, then, yeah, Seattle just has too much power on their end. But I think it'll be fun. The Seahawks are 8-1 versus rookie quarterback since 2012, so there's that. Jaguars travel to Denver to take on the 0-3 Broncos. This one's a tough one. Both teams are kind of playing like trash this year, but I have to go with the Jaguars. And no, I'm not going to use the meme. I'm not going to use that. But the Jags do have a better defense, I think, than the Broncos, and I think the Jaguars' offense is a little bit better than the Broncos' offense has been this year. So that's what I'm going with. The Broncos are also have 7 straight losses, which is tied for the longest active streak. So we have the Vikings traveling to Chicago to take on the Bears. Both teams are 2-1. No matter which one wins, they'll still be behind the Packers. So this isn't going to be like a win and get first place in division or anything. But if the Bears win, they do move up to probably second place because more than likely Detroit's going to lose. And the same thing goes for the Vikings. I do take the Bears. The Bears have the better defense, though the offense struggles, so maybe that'll be the deciding factor. Sunday Night Football, Cowboys versus Saints. Cowboys are 3-0, Saints are 2-1. I'm going to give it to the Saints. The Saints are really the toughest test the Cowboys have had all year. I think like the combined wins, I don't even think the teams they've beaten have a win besides New York. So they're like 1-6 or some shit on the year so far when it comes to their opponents. No, it's more than that, but never mind. But I say the Saints win. Teddy Bridgewater came in quite decently. I think Alvin Kamara is going to make a difference here, and it is in New Orleans, so Jerry Jones or Jerry Rice or whatever the fuck is... No, it's Jerry Jones, my bad. Sorry, Jerry Rice. Jerry Jones won't be able to pay off the refs this time, so I believe the Saints are going to win. And then Monday night, we have the 0-3 Bengals versus the 0-3 Steelers. I'm going to give the edge to the Steelers just because 16 straight home wins on Monday Night Football for the Steelers, and the Steelers have never really lost to the Bengals all that often. However, the win will be based on how well the defenses stop the runs of the other team, as well as how the quarterbacks play. Because Andy Dalton's been playing pretty well this year. Mason Rudolph is also playing quite well so far in his taking over for Big Ben. This is kind of a must-win for both squads to keep some playoff hope. The loser will move down to 0-4. Most likely will be battling the Dolphins for number 1 pick this year. So, yeah, that's about it. Let me look at this. Okay, I still have a little bit of time. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. That can go away. So first off, don't know why you keep...
The Steelers are on a 16-game home.
Okay, so let's look at the standings real quick before we start. So this is through 3 weeks. The Bills are 3-0, Patriots are 3-0, Jets are 0-3, and Dolphins are 0-3. God fucking damn it. I wish people would not message me while I'm recording since I can't edit that shit out. So far that division is a bit surprising considering there's 2 undefeated and 2 winless teams. You figured, well, the Dolphins you knew were going to suck, but you figured there'd be like a 1-loss team or a 2-loss team near the bottom. That's pretty shocking. The 2-1 Ravens, 1-2 Browns, and the 0-3 Bengals and Steelers, obviously surprising. Normally it'll be the Steelers and Ravens up top. We kind of figured the Browns wouldn't be bottom dwellers this year, but 1-2 isn't exactly what we thought they'd be either. Texans 2-1. Colts 2-1, 1-2 Jags, 1-2 Titans. That seems about the par. 3-0 Chiefs, 1-2 Raiders, 1-2 Chargers, and 0-3 Broncos. That is surprising. We figured the Chargers and Chiefs would probably be 2-1 or something like that. NFC East 3-0 Cowboys, 2-2 Eagles, 1-2 Giants, 0-3 Redskins. That's basically what we'd expect besides the Cowboys maybe, but they did have an easy schedule. NFC North is basically one of the weirdest divisions. 3-1 Packers, 2-1 Vikings, as well as Bears, and the 2-0-1 Lions. Lions we think would be where the Bears are, basically. 2-1 Saints and the rest of the teams in that division, 1-2, definitely shocking there. And 3-0 for both the Niners and Rams, 2-1 for the Seahawks, 2-1 for the Cardinals. That's basically what we'd expect. We expected the Rams to be near the top, though. The 49ers being 3-0 was not expected. You figured they'd be where the Seahawks are. But that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.